Acharya Mahapragya, the 10th Acharya of Jain Shwetambar Tirapant sect. He was a legendary sage of science and spiritualism, an erudite, impromptu poet, eloquent orator, and an acknowledged author. More than 200 books on philosophy, ethics, psychology, meditation, yoga, spirituality, social science have been penned by him, which illustrate him as an original thinker. He authored a book, Family and the Nation, in collaboration with past President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam. Acharya Shri Mahapragya ji was born in 1920 and he passed away in 2010. He was a multi-dimensional personality and outstanding genius acclaimed in galaxy of intelligence. Eminent poet Ramdhari Singh entitled him as second Vivekananda of India. He was the founder of Preksha meditation that illuminates the path of inner peace to millions of people by eliminating stress, fostering well-being, and creating non-violent society. He emphasized on the pedagogy of such education system known as science of living, Jivan Vigyan, that not only develops intellectual power but includes holistic development of physical, intellectual, mental, emotional, and spiritual personality. He walked more than 1 lakh kilometers on foot in his lifetime to disseminate the message of ahimsa. So today we are starting the book reading of one of his books, Power of Meditation. Preface. Knowledge meditation, composite term, knowledge and meditation. There are two things, knowledge and meditation. Studying and meditation. To acquire knowledge, it is necessary to meditate, and to meditate, it is necessary to have knowledge. Because if you have to acquire knowledge, you have to develop concentration. And if you want to meditate, you should have some knowledge. So both are interrelated things. To acquire knowledge, it is necessary to meditate, and to meditate, it is necessary to have knowledge. And further, we can say, when we acquire knowledge, we develop the capacity of potential of meditation, and when we meditate, we develop the potential of acquiring knowledge. Because when we meditate, it enhances our memory power also. It also enhances our grasping power, our understanding power. So that way we can say that meditation helps us to acquire knowledge more efficiently. So it says that knowledge and meditation are same in nature, but in practice they are distinct. Here knowledge means studying, swadhyay. Swadhyay and dhyan. There are two things, swadhyay and dhyan. Self-study and meditation. Meditation and self-study are both similar. There is difference also and there is similarity also, distinction also. So knowledge is dynamic while meditation is static. Swadhyay, when we do swadhyay, we have to actually do some activity. we have to study, we have to read books. But in meditation, we have of meditation. Generally, when we start the meditation at initial levels, we have to sit still in a posture to do the meditation. It is a static state. While reading the books, doing self study, it is a dynamic form of our consciousness. The state of stability or concentration is not a natural as mobility is. Right from birth, humans are accustomed to stay in action with the body, mind, and speech, but have no experience in achieving a state beyond these three. So, doing actions, it also requires knowledge. It also requires wisdom, and to sit still also requires wisdom and power. A weak person can neither do actions of body, mind, and speech, and nor that person can sit in concentration. In Agam, it is said that a sadhak, should do some self study. First, he should read the scriptures, he should contemplate on the scriptures, and then he should do meditation. Because when we do the study of scriptures, it gives us many formulas, many good affirmations, and then after that, when we sit in meditation, so at that time our mind has something to contemplate upon, which is deep, which is related to the righteousness. Otherwise, people say that their mind just keeps wandering while they sit in meditation. So we have to give our mind some subject to contemplate upon. The moment when the experience of a state beyond body, mind, speech begins, meditation takes birth. So I am consciousness, I am a living being. Body, mind, speech, there are three faculties through which our consciousness is manifested in this physical world. We interact with this physical world with our sense organs, with our body, with our speech, with our behavior, and through our mind also. But we know the scenes, but we don't know the seer. The drashta, the seer, who is actually doing all the actions, the doer. We know the actions, but we don't know the doer, the consciousness which is doing all the actions, the consciousness which is actually interacting with the external world. So, to know yourself, that is the basic foundation of spirituality. To know yourself. Who am I? This question has been raised from centuries, from everlasting time, and it will be raised for everlasting time. Because what is the reason? Because there are two types of things, matter and living being. When we want to explore the science of matter, it is the laboratory is the outside world. But when we have to explore the science of consciousness, that laboratory is individual in every person. It doesn't exist outside. its laboratory is within us. The thing on which we have to do experiment, that is me. What we have to remove is within me, and what we have to develop is within me. So it is all within us. So meditation, it helps us to enter that domain of spirituality, the dimensions of spirituality. It helps us to observe the uniqueness of our internal world. We get so much engrossed in the external objects, circumstances, and people that we feel like we develop a union with them, a unity with them. Actually, there is no union. We create an attachment towards them. Actually, there is no attachment, no connection with the external world. Our emotions, our moods, our feelings, our desires, they don't have any direct connection with what's happening in the outside world. That realization, it happens when we go into the deep meditation. So further it says that unfortunately fickleness becomes hurdle in this experience, and fundamental reason behind the fickleness is attachment with the body. Mind is fickle. Mind is not stable, it is unstable. Stability of mind, stability of consciousness. Whether if we say mind or if we say consciousness, mind is part of the consciousness. So we can say mind is consciousness. So mind is fickle. And this fickleness becomes a hurdle in experiencing our spiritual world, the spiritual domain in ourselves. And what is the cause of this fickleness? It is the attachment. Now we have two types of attachment. The attachment of like. In some objects, some circumstances, or with some people, we have attachment of liking, we like them, attachment of raga, craving, we create a craving, a lust. There is a stickiness in our consciousness which we have developed. That stickiness, it tries to seek happiness, it tries to seek respect, it tries to seek fame, it tries to seek meaning in the external world, in the objects. It's trying to seek happiness from the objects. So that attachment, it starts from the body. Because we are so much engrossed in the bodily activities that we think very less about our spiritual well-being, because we are so much engrossed that we completely forget about the thing that actually we are a spiritual being. Body is just a container. Body is just a vehicle in which this consciousness is traveling. I'm not using the word soul, because soul word, it does not match the word Atma. In Indian philosophy, there is the word used Atma. Atma means self, means I, the consciousness. The body, it is not I. The consciousness is I. So, body, when the consciousness leaves the body is called a dead body. It's called a living being only when consciousness is manifesting in the body. So it says that fickleness is the problem, and fickleness, instability of mind is due to the attachment. We have the stickiness in ourselves. So we are seeking pleasure outside, we are seeking happiness outside, and we are feeling that actually happiness and unhappiness is in the external world. That is again not, that's our false perception. So happiness and unhappiness is not in the external world. There could be comforts in the external world, there could be troubles in the external world, but troubles are not unhappiness and comforts are not happiness. So attachment, due to raga, due to attachment, our mind is unstable. Unstable means our mind is impure. And all the impure emotions, they have a property of fickleness. So the moment we perceive or realize the attachment behind the body, speech and mind, we transcend into meditation. So we have to watch that attachment, that stickiness. And we have to watch and we have to give good affirmations of detachment. Like in meditation process, there is an affirmation that body is separate, consciousness is separate. Atma bhinna hai, sharir bhinna hai. Now this repetition of this affirmation, that so consciousness is separate and body is separate, we develop that detachment because our thoughts creates feelings and emotions, and our feelings and emotions, they influence our thoughts. So what we are thinking, our every thought, it develops a specific types of emotion in us. We can see it obviously, like if a person keeps on saying that, oh, I am feeling very sick, I am feeling very sick, I am feeling very low. You keep on repeating these words, and you will feel in a short while, you will feel that you are getting low. And a person keeps on giving good affirmations that I am feeling healthy, okay, I am fine, nothing has happened to me. And we see that those people which have that attitude that I am fine, they can be very active and very joyful even in critical situations. In critical illness or critical problems also, they can be very calm and composed. So it is important to have the knowledge about the subject of meditation, such as proper ambience. We need a proper ambience to do meditation. The advanced stage of meditation is that you can meditate even in a noisy room. But at initial stages, we need a good ambience, because a pleasant ambience, it soothes our mind, it soothes our sense organs. We feel very good when there is a good aroma around us, when there is a good scenery around us, when there is a soft cushion we are sitting upon, it gives us comfort, and in that comfort stage it becomes easy to go into meditation. That's one aspect. Other aspect also says that too much comfort leads to distraction from meditation. So there needs to be balance between comfort and discomfort. Then second thing is to know where to start. We should have the knowledge how to start, because even while doing exercises, if a person has to become an athlete, first he has to do warming up exercises. So the same way, when while beginning the meditation, we should do some warming up, so that we can sit comfortably in meditation. And third thing is, and have no doubts about the result of meditation. See, doubtfulness, it leads to anxiety. Many people keep on repeating, oh, I am doing meditation for so many years, but I still feel that many thoughts keep on flushing in my mind. I get anxious while I do meditation. I cannot sit. Now, this negative thought, it actually demotivates us from meditation. Actually, when we are doing meditation, there is some progress. It could be for a short while, but there is some progress. We should focus on that progress. Okay, I sat in meditation, at least I could sit for 15 minutes. That's appreciate yourself for sitting 15 minutes. Okay, I sat for 15 minutes. I appreciate myself. Okay, I at least did Mahapran Dhwani or Arham Dhwani for 5 times. I appreciate it for it. I appreciate myself for it. So this appreciation, it creates confidence. It removes all the doubts in the result of meditation. It creates confidence in meditation. So hopefully this book will prove useful to reflect on some of these challenges. This book is very important. So we will be reading this book. A special effort has been made in the book, neither to go into great depth nor any diversion from the subject. This book is very simple and also deep, but rather follow a middle path. Following the approach presented here should be sufficient to achieve great depth in the practice of meditation. This preface is written by Acharya Mahapragya on 11th November 1995 in Jain Vishwabharati, Ladna. Now, further we have foreword from Acharya Shri Mahashamanji, who is the present Acharya of Jain Shwetambar Terapanth sect. At present, this year, he is residing in Jain Vishwabharati, Ladnu for 1 year stay, Yoga Kshema Varsha. So his foreword about this book, he says that meditation holds a significant place in spiritual practices. We do many type of practices. Actually, whatever practice we are doing, we are preparing ourselves for the meditation. If you are doing yogasana, you are preparing your body to do meditation. If you are doing pranayam, you are preparing your body for meditation. So all the activities we are doing, meditation is the purpose where we have to reach. First we do chanting, mantra chanting. Mantra chanting, it prepares our mind to that level of concentration that we can go into deep meditation. First verbally and then mentally, a person see that meditation is inaction. It means not doing any action, sitting idle. It feels like person he has nothing to do, so he sits in meditation. But actually, meditation is a great task. Inactiveness, sitting idle, that is actually useless. If a person is lethargic and lazy and does not perform even the essential tasks of life, he does not fulfill his responsibilities, thus that passive state is not admirable and that has to be abandoned. The passive state of mind, it is a low state of mind. The passive, but that idle, lazy passive state, that is lower level of mind. But this awakened consciousness, where we are practicing concentration, this type of passive lifestyle, it is actually a way that we are strengthening our consciousness and our body. We see that when we go to sleep at night, we are all body is tired, mind is also tired. But after 8 hours sleep, when we get up, our mind also feels fresh, body also feels fresh. So it proves that in a righteous way, taking rest is also a part of healthy body and healthy mind. So, dhyan, meditation, it is passive lifestyle of a higher level of consciousness. Its purpose is to achieve something special, and to achieve something special in life, you have to go through a special lifestyle. We have to go beyond the ordinary lifestyle. With the ordinary lifestyle, you can only achieve ordinary things. But if you have to achieve something extraordinary in life, you have to practice some extraordinary lifestyle also. In the practice of meditation, body, speech, and mind become dormant, but the psyche is awakened, the consciousness is awakened. It says that when we are sitting in meditation, state of meditation, we don't speak, our speech is dormant, it becomes dormant. Our body also becomes, we don't move the body, there is no movement in the body when we sit straight in the meditation. So body is also dormant. Our mind also becomes dormant when we concentrate our mind on our inhalation and exhalation. Our mind also becomes dormant. We don't have many thoughts. So in that condition, externally, when we see that person, we will see that that person is sitting idle. But in the inner self, the consciousness is doing great work. We are giving affirmations, we are concentrating our mind, we are actually controlling our voluntary and involuntary nervous system. We are actually reprogramming our mind, our psyche, our consciousness. There is an example given that a person steps up on the stairs to reach the upper floor. A person has to go on the upper floor, so he takes the stairs. So he is climbing the stairs, that is action. After reaching on his floor, he gets engrossed in thinking and analysis about something. We can clearly see when a person is climbing the stairs, it can be seen. We know that the person is in action. But when person is sitting still and he is thinking and analyzing in his mind, we don't see that action. That action is not manifested in for us, because internal world, it is completely unique, individual, it is completely in solitude. Nobody can know what's going in your mind, and you cannot know what's going in other person's mind. So it's the inner task. The consciousness inside, it's still working. It's just that its external manifestation is not happening at that time. So it said that that person is active in thinking analysis. For a common man, he might think that he is sitting idle. Sometimes a person is doing meditation, somebody could think that he is sleeping. He's gone into sleep. He's gone into slumber. But actually, that person might be in deep meditation. So, externally, we sometimes might not understand what's happening. So, similarly, during meditation, a person is externally very passive and internally active. This activity is at the level of consciousness. It is beyond body, speech, and mind. Because body and speech actions we can clearly see. We know others through their actions, through their body postures, through their words, through their behavior. Otherwise, we don't know what's going in their mind. So, one should be aware that the mental activeness can be of both types, auspicious and inauspicious. So, our mental activity, we should try to keep it auspicious. If you have to remove the inauspicious thoughts, you should actually replace them with auspicious thoughts. Say, if a person is thinking that, oh, that person is so bad, I hate that person. Okay, and another that thought, it will create a chain of negative thoughts. And another thought is, okay, see that person, he has so many good qualities, but he has also some weaknesses. Every person has some weaknesses. And every person has some strengths also. So I should accept every person completely as the person is. The world, it is of varied types. We see only one aspect of a person, one aspect of a situation, that situation which is happening with us. We don't know that person, whether how he is behaving in with other people or other interactions of his situations. We don't know. We just judge the person, what we are experiencing with that person. So that doesn't give us the clear picture of that person. This type of thought, it will create auspicious thoughts in us. It is the auspicious thought. The consciousness of knowledge of Reverend Acharya Mahapragya was unparalleled, and his meditation practice was also exceptional. Actually, Acharya Mahapragya ji, he himself treated himself as a library, a laboratory. He experimented the procedures of meditation on himself for prolonged sessions, and then he came to conclusion, and then he shared his experiences in form of Preksha meditation. It can be assumed that his knowledge was his meditation. The meditation was enriching his knowledge. A person who is adorned with higher degree of knowledge and meditation becomes meaningful for the welfare of the self and as well as for others. See, when our consciousness is pure, when our consciousness is stable, when our consciousness is wise, it makes our beautiful personality. Our personality becomes beautiful. And it enhances our stability, it enhances our power to work more efficiently. That is the influence of our consciousness, but it also has influence on our surroundings. Our family also feels very contented, very calm, and very assured when we are in pure state of consciousness. So dharma, the consciousness of dharma, it is beneficial for both the self and the others. That person who is living the life of dharma, spirituality, he becomes compassionate for the self and compassionate for others. That's the beauty of Jain philosophy. In Jain philosophy, compassion means to be compassionate towards yourself. Because we are hurting ourselves the most. Others can hurt us externally, but we are hurting our own consciousness. Nobody else can hurt our consciousness. Nobody else can create vices in our consciousness. We create. We create the weaknesses we create the disease in our consciousness. So, be compassionate towards yourself. Bhagavan Mahavir, the Supreme Being Mahavir, says that you are the creator of your destiny. You are the creator of your desires, you are the creator of your moods, you are the creator of your thoughts and emotions. Nobody else is creating it. The external world could be instrumental, but that is not the creator. The creator is the self. So be compassionate towards yourself. And when you are compassionate towards yourself, it means when you feel that kindness, it makes my personality beautiful, and cruelty makes my personality very dirty, very ugly. So when you develop those virtues, you are actually also being compassionate towards others. So this work of Acharya Mahapragya, who ignite both knowledge and meditation of the reader, my emotional, verbal and physical tribute to reverence Acharya Mahapragya, the author of this book, Acharya Mahashraman. So there are many chapters in this book. Let's read the contents. First chapter is thus meditation takes birth. How meditation happens. Then starting point of the journey. Third chapter is what to meditate upon. What should we meditate upon? Fourth chapter is the meditation family. Fifth chapter is selecting a goal. Sixth chapter, perception of the soul. Seventh chapter is visualization of the soul. Visualization of the consciousness is possible. Perception of the Atma, soul word that doesn't matches Atma. For Atma, we can use word consciousness. So we will say perception of the consciousness, visualization of the consciousness is possible. This is seventh chapter. And eighth chapter is when will meditation be successful? When can we say that we have reached the peak of meditation? When can we say that we have actually mastered the meditation? That is discussed in this chapter. In ninth chapter, how to change the direction of meditation. Means how to change the direction of your concentration. Here, meditation means concentration, attention, how to change your attention, direction of your attention. So 10th chapter is meditation is not a magic, it is a science, it is a process. 11th chapter is meditation and personality development, how we can develop our personality through meditation. 12th chapter is bright outside, messy inside. That is actually chaos. 13th chapter is meditation and mental training. 14th chapter is meditation and the environment. 15th chapter is meditation and harmonious family. 16th chapter is intoxication and meditation. 17th chapter stress and meditation. 18th chapter social equality and meditation. 19th chapter human relations and meditation. 20th chapter anger and meditation. 21st chapter security and meditation. 22nd chapter touchstones of meditation. So there are 22 chapters which we will be studying in our upcoming sessions of this book reading. It's a very good book, and through this book reading exercise, actually I'm trying to do two things: understanding what this book content says, as well as practicing my English spoken skills. Thanks. Jai Jinendra. Om Mani.